Hello there everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. And today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Dinobot Slug. That's right, another Dinobot today. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this figure. So let's get it on, man. Let's go! But first, before we take a look at the figure, it's always nice to take a look at the packaging first and foremost. So we got a nice, beautiful image there of Slug and Daniel WITWICKY. Yes, he does include Daniel WITWICKY. He's from the Transformers the movie 8607 Studio Series. Dinobot, Slug, and Daniel WITWICKY. 8+ Hasbro Transformers, more than meets the eye. Got Generations Takara Tomy from the Transformers the movie. And of course, he is a leader class, number 8607 again. The same image there of Slug and Daniel WITWICKY again. And you got the obligatory product shots, you got big screen inspired, scale detail backdrop. You got Dinobot, Slug, Daniel WITWICKY, Autobot symbol. And yeah, you got the 86 symbol, the number 86 in the side right there. And you have 32 steps. And you got your bio. Dinobot Slug excuses himself as he stomps over crushed Quintesson prosecutor. Remember that scene? Remember that scene where the prosecutor was standing right in front of the door, and then Slug just goes in and just crushed the door like onto the prosecutor himself, and he just says, "Excuse me." Anyway, that was hilarious in my opinion. But anyway, so yes, mockery of justice. There we go. Yeah. So there you have that. I can't stop laughing at that. But anyway, there you have that for the packaging. I think that's pretty much it for the packaging itself. And here is Slug fully transformed into his Triceratops, and it looks magnificent in my opinion. Just like they did with Grimlock. You know, Grimlock was a magnificent figure, and this one is also a magnificent figure. It's been a while since I've got some Studio Series figures, eh? Yes, but yeah, I love the design of this figure. Man, he looks amazing. Looks very cartoon accurate. And yeah, I love the gold on the tail section right here. Now, right off the bat, he does have his gun stored for his tail, so that is where the gun stores in Dino mode. Got some nice gold paint on the top right here. Got a little bit of a matte black right here. Got some nice, what's this paint? Looks like kind of an off-white plastic. I don't know, what, off-white paint, silver paint. I don't know. It doesn't look like silver paint anyway. But the plastic is done nice grayish plastic, so that's pretty cool. Nice matte black on the sides of his legs. And yeah, nice gold for the head as well. Got some horns, and yes, hollow horns, but I don't care. I don't care about hollow horns. And nice blue for the eyes. Got Autobot symbol right there on the head. You got the mane right there for the Triceratops. Kind of looks like he's a if you he kind of, since he has a mane, is he an ancestor of a lion? I don't know. Is he a lion's ancestor? I don't know. But anyway, and you come on the side here and see all that good stuff right there. And yeah, looks pretty good. So now, in terms of the articulation in Dino mode, you do have an open and close mouth. That's right, his mouth can open and close, which is pretty cool. His head can't really move up and down because it's all locked into place. The front legs, they're on a ratchet, so you can rotate them around, rotate them full 360. You can move in and out. You do have a swivel right here, and you do have a double jointed knee, I suppose, I guess, I don't know. There you go. The back legs, you know, you can rotate them around if you want to. You can bend this up, you can bend this around, you know, flip this around. That's more for transformation. So yeah, and the tail doesn't do anything. The tail just sits there. It just sits there. It's locked into place. It doesn't move or anything, so he can't wag his tail, unfortunately. So Now, in terms of accessories, well, I already showed you the gun storage right there. So another accessory that he does include is little Daniel Witwicky, who is a fan of squatting. Yeah, he loves to squat. So yeah, just a little bit of a comparison with Daniel Witwicky, since you know Grimlock also came with an accessory like this, and Daniel Witwicky, he can't really stand all that well. Why can't he stand? There we go. Thank you for standing. So I'm just gonna bring in little Wheelie right here, since Wheelie and Daniel were kind of like best buds. So yeah, there you have Wheelie and Daniel standing next to each other. So yeah, even he's a fan of squatting. You know, he loves to squat. But don't worry, I have a replacement. You know, I'll buy the DNA design kit for Wheelie and Grimlock, so I can actually replace this Wheelie with a transformable Wheelie, so this guy can actually go onto the trash can, go inside the trash can after I get the DNA design kit for Wheelie and Grimlock. So yeah, don't worry about that. But anyway, there you have that. There's that comparison right there, and yeah, so yeah. Now, Daniel himself, he doesn't have a face, unfortunately. Nice yellow, a little bit of yellow paint on the chest right there, and a bit of light bluish paint on the legs, like so. And obviously, this is exosuit mode for Daniel Witwicky. So yeah, the arms can do a full 360, can move a little bit in and out right there, and the legs, you know, they're on the hinge. No, they're not. They're not on the hinge. Sorry, they're on the ball joint. So you can rotate them up like that. You know, rotate them forward like that. I don't know. You can do the full split, I guess. So there you go. Yeah, not much of articulation right here for little Daniel Witwicky. It's just a little accessory. You can definitely sit Daniel Witwicky onto Slug. You do have these posts sticking out, and you do have these little grooves, this little notch right here on either side of the legs. So just put him on there, just plug him on, plug him in, and there you go. There you have little Daniel. You have little Daniel riding on top of Dinobot Slug, you know. That is a cool gimmick though. I do quite like it. Yeah, that is a pretty cool gimmick. He's a dino rider right now. Yeah. It gives off Age of Extinction vibes, does it? Yep, it does. It definitely does. But anyway, so let us move on to some size comparisons. We got a lot of comparisons to do with here, so do bear with me. Here is Slug compared with the Kingdom Commander class Rodimus Prime, with the Kingdom Leader class Ultra Magnus, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxe class Jazz, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxe class Cup, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxe class Blur, with the Studio Series 86 Voyager class Hot Rod. Just because, here is Slug compared with the not Studio Series, with the Siege Voyager class Springer. And just because, here is Slug compared with the Earthrise Deluxe Class RC, with the original Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Dinobot Slug. Well, the combined, the one that actually combines with the others to become Volcanicus. This one doesn't. But yeah, in terms of the Dino mode, the Studio Series one definitely wins. The Studio Series version is definitely the winner of all Dinobot Slugs, you know, in terms of the main line. And yeah, this one looks way better than this thing. I mean, this one still looks good, it still looks pretty decent, but this one looks way better in my opinion. So let's move on to the final size comparison for today. And speaking of which, here is Dinobot Slug compared with his dino buddy Grimlock. And yeah, they look amazing together, man. These figures are great. I will say these figures are definitely great for what they are, and they're just magnificent. They look absolutely magnificent. They're just mini masterpiece figures. They're just mini masterpiece figures, man. Hasbro is really knocking these Studio Series 86 figures out of the park. I mean, I have the first 6 and I have no issues with them. They are just great figures, great cartoon accurate figures, and Slug is no exception here because he's a great cartoon accurate Dinobot, and I love it. I love it. So that is pretty much it for the Ultimate comparisons. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it for the Dino mode itself. So let us transform Mr. Slug or Slag, because you know in the cartoon he was originally supposed to be Slag. He's originally called Slag, but in the UK, well, Slag became a bad word, so they had to change it to Slug, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, me personally, I kind of prefer Slug, than Slag. I like the name Slug way better than Slag. Slag, I don't even like that. But anyway, Slug definitely sounds better in my opinion anyway. But anyway, let us transform this guy into his robot mode. So the first thing you want to do, you want to take out Daniel Witwicky and put him off to the side. And I'm going to take off his gun as well, and we shall get started. So the first thing I like to do is just flip in this feet right here, and just flip that in, just like so. Flip that in, and there we go. You want to untap this entire tail section right here. Just bring this up, untap all this, untap all that. Just bring all that up, and untap the wings right here, and just bring all this up, like so. And there we go. So you're gonna unfold the legs and bring the legs down. Fold the legs just like so, straighten them up, and just unfold the legs, just like so. Rotate the waist 180, just like that. And now you want to bring this foot down on this ankle tilt right here, and just open up this panel right here, and just flip all this in, and just close that up, and just tap this back into place. Just like so. And there you have that section all done. So now we have one leg all done. The same thing on the other side. Just bring this down, untap the foot like so, and just untap this panel like so, and just rotate this in, and there we go. Just bring this down, and just bring that up, and there you have the legs all done and ready. So now I'm gonna bring up the camera so you can see what I'm doing on the top right here. So now I can take the hands and flip them out, and just rotate them around, and just flip out the hands, flip out the fist, rotate them around like so, and just bring the arms down, open up the chest panel, and just untap all this, and just bring this out, and just leave this open a little bit more like so. So do you have your clearance to bring all this down, and you can see there's a tab. We'll tap into a little slot right there. Just tap that in, and just flip out this robot mirrored head, and now I can close up the chest like that, close up these panels like so, and just bring this up, and just bring the head, bring the dino head down. Well, we already did it for you. Thank you. And just flip these down, and that is it. So now for the backpack, you have these two tabs. So tab into these two little notches right there, and just tap that in like so, and just bring all this in just like so, and bring that all in, bring it all up, put all of that up. There we go. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Yes, we are done. So there you have Mr. Slug. You wanna bring down the ankle tilt right there. Bring down the ankle tilt right like that. There we go. There we go. So yeah. So there you have Dinobot Slug, fully transformed into his robots mode. And yeah, just like Grimlock, this figure looks magnificent in his robot mode. Man, look at that. Look at this robot mode. Very cartoon accurate, and I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of cartoon accuracy, and this is what Hasbro gave me, and I love it. I love what Hasbro did to this figure. Man, it looks magnificent. I love it. I love it. So let's get in close here so you can take a look at the head sculpt. You know, the head sculpt is pretty much all red every day, but hey, it is what it is. But it's still a nicely done head sculpt right there. Nice blue for the eyes, metallic blue for the eyes anyway. Got the big Autobot symbol on his chest, and a bit of a grayish paint on the chest as well. A little bit of little bit of a gunmetal gray or kind of a matte blackish paint on the belly right there, and a little bit of greens and the blues on the knees right there, and a lot of gold for the feet. And yeah, pretty much, yeah, really well done, I will say. And the backpack, it doesn't have much of a backpack. It's just the tail section right here, but it's not too bad. And yeah, I absolutely love it. And the hands, now the hands are cast in white plastic but painted over with this nice blackish, dark bluish paint or dark grayish paint right here for the hands, for the fists, and I do quite like that. Yeah, I do quite like that. But yeah, I definitely dig this figure. Definitely love this figure. So now, in terms of the articulation in Robot Mero, the head is only ball joint. It can rotate a full 360. It can look up a little bit, can look down a little bit. The arms can rotate a full 360. It can move in and out. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have, oh yeah, you do have a double jointed elbow right here, which is pretty cool. I do quite like that. So I'm supposed to straighten out the arms like so. There we go. And you do have a wrist swivel, which is really nice, and the hands can move down due to transformation if you want it to. He does have a very snug waist swivel, which is really nice, and the legs can move up that far on the ratchet, can move back that far on a ratchet, and he can pretty much do the full split and then some. And he does have a thigh swivel, which is really nice, and he does have a double jointed knee, so he's got full range of movements right there. That is a great amount of movement on the knees, and he does have some nice ankle tiltage right there. So yeah, pretty nice, pretty nicely done. Yeah, the articulation is pretty much perfect, so I have no complaints right there. So now he can definitely hold his gun. Where's his gun? Where's his gun? Okay, I got his gun right here. So there you have his gun, just put it into his hand, and there we go. And now he can shoot some things and stuff right there. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys, in Dino mode there is a post like in the back of his mouth, so you can actually put a flame effects parts, you know, into his mouth right there. It can actually create a scene where he's actually breathing fire, so that's pretty cool. Now there is some compatibility with DINOBOT in the robot mode. So for DINOBOT, you can see there's a post right in there, and there is a port on top of Slug's shoulder, so you can actually plug on DINOBOT right there if you want to, and that is pretty cool. I do quite like that. I like how you can have the accessory DINOBOT sitting on top of Slug's shoulder, just like how Wheelie did it with Grimlock. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. So now let's get down to some size comparisons. Here is Slug compared with the Kingdom Commander class Rodimus Prime, with the Kingdom Leader class Ultra Magnus, with the Siege Voyager class Springer, with the Earthrise / Kingdom Deluxe class RC, with the Studio Series Voyager class Hot Rod, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxe class Blur, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxe class Jazz, with the Studio Series 86 Deluxe class Cup, and of course we must not forget the comparison between this Slug and the Power of the Primes Deluxe class Slug. And yeah, the Studio Series definitely wins hands down for me, because it has some more cartoon accurate details, and yeah, this guy wins. This guy wins, yeah, because he has the wings. Unfortunately, this guy does not have the wings, so yeah, that's why it brings the grade down a little bit for this figure. But this figure is not that bad, but this one definitely way better than this thing. Love the engineering on this figure. So anyway, let's move on. And last but not least, here is Slug compared with his leader, Dinobot Grimlock. And yeah, they look amazing together. Big, huge, chunky bots. And I love chunky bots. I love me some chunky bots. And man, these two figures look amazing together. Man, it gives me hope for the other three Dinobots that have not been released yet. Swoop, Sludge, and Snarl. Man, I can't wait to see how they look and how they work. Because as far as these two figures go, man, they are absolutely magnificent for what they are. So that is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Dinobot Slug. And yeah, I love this figure. I love this figure nonetheless. The robot mode looks great. The dino mode looks great as far as I'm concerned. Good articulation in the robot mode, just perfect articulation. I have no complaints right there. The transformation, although there are a lot of steps to do, but hey, it's an easy transformation and a smooth process as well. So definitely an enjoyable figure to mess with. Man, I've been waiting so long to get an official G1E Slug. Well, I have the Power of the Prime Slug, of course, but it's too small. So when I saw this guy, when I saw first images of this figure, I was like, whoa, they made a leader class Slug, thank goodness. Thank you, Hasbro, thank you so much. You did a wonderful job, an excellent job with this figure, man. As far as the coloration goes, I'm fine with the coloration. It's supposed to look like this, so I got no issues there. Yeah, the gun is a nice little accessory right here, which is pretty cool, and I like how you can actually store the gun in the dino mode as a tail, so that is pretty cool as well. The little Danny WITWICKY accessory, it's not bad, you know, it's not that useless, you know. You can use Danny WITWICKY with Slug, you know, you can plug him onto the shoulder, plug it on the dino mode as well. So yeah, not completely useless, but I kind of wish that Danny WITWICKY had more articulation here and there, but oh well, it is what it is. Just a little accessory, just a little novelty right there. But yeah, as far as Slug goes, I love this figure. It's a real well done figure in my opinion. So definitely way better than the Power of the Primes version. Yeah, love the size, love the proportions, and yeah, just all around great figure. And if you see this guy on the shelf, go pick him up because he is definitely a must-have in your collection. Because if you already have Studio Series 86 Grimlock, you need to get Slug. You so need to get Slug. You need to get the rest of the Dinobots, man. You can't leave Grimlock all alone forever. So yeah, this Slug is Slug or Slag, whatever you want to call him, okay? I'm gonna call him Slug forever, okay? I'm gonna call him Slug as far as I'm concerned. But anyway. But yeah, so if I were to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say he's a 10 out of 10 for me. I got no issues with this figure whatsoever, so yeah, 10 out of 10, straight 10s, all 10s. Yeah, love this figure, so. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will know when my new videos are up and ready. And you can always check out my Studio Series Reviews playlist for any videos you may have missed. I'll post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And yeah, on the side note, I did get this figure from Kaki Toy on Shopee, so that is where I got it. But if you want to get this figure in the US, you can check out your local Walmarts, your local Targets, your Walgreens, wherever you want to go, man. So yeah, just look around. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Studio Series 86 Leader Class Dinobot Slug. And the little Danny WITWICKY. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out. Yay!